This show is part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network.
This is how it's always been. I'm on the outside looking in.
Welcome to Double Love, the podcast in which we explore the strange and terrifying world of Sweet Valley High, book by book. I'm Anna Carey.
I'm Karen Moynihan.
And we are back with part 2 of Lila'S New Flame. Cara Walker, who?
Also, I kind of can't get over how spoilery the cover is.
It is literally the last scene in the book.
The very last thing that happens in this book is what they show on the cover. And it's kind of a wild choice that that's where they went. Like, they could have just had them staring at each other, like with tension building or something, and Jessica walking in on that. But just going straight in for the full-on kiss, having that on the cover, it's crazy.
Oh, I mean, why are we not surprised, though? I mean, it's more the last scene in blurbs. So
True.
Well, we are going to get started with the UK cover before going to what we've all been waiting for, which is, of course, Cressida's version.
It's the main event. Yeah, we're just building up to that.
It always is. So, oh my God, the UK cover. What the fuck?
I really never thought we'd long for the day of the silky backgrounds and random shite from the press. But here we are.
What choices were being made? Like, they must have had access to the American versions.
I know. I don't know why they chose these. So, yeah, like, basically it's these like circle patterns are what we got on this side of the Atlantic, and it sucks. Like,
and these big sort of silvery letters, like, that look actually they look plastic. They look like computer generated plastic.
It's very word art or something. Yeah.
Yes.
It's the huge silvery SVH down one side of the cover. We've got Liz's floating head. Like, it's just the most thrown together job. Jessica at least gets shoulders and a neck, but poor Liz is literally just a floating head off to one side. The circle pattern. I mean, I can understand that this kind of circle pattern, you're just lashing in stock images. You only have to find 3 because they just repeat the same 3 pictures.
No, that's true.
Through the pattern. But it's just not.
What if there was like a CGI Lily?
Yeah.
One of them is a hand holding a match.
And the other is just some fire.
That's literally it. Yeah. It's genuinely one of the worst book covers I've ever seen.
It's just, I mean, considering the lengths they were going to in America, they were doing full-on photo shoots. They were casting new actors for roles like Stephen Wakefield, who didn't turn up in the show. And literally, they just went on Shutterstock here.
Oh, I eat that. Like,
whatever the
word art, I think, is right.
Yeah, I was going to say, whatever your stock imaging, probably a CD-ROM of stock images at the time, actually.
100%. Well, now we've got that out of the way.
Yeah.
Let's go to the main event.
Please.
I haven't seen it yet. I like to save it, as you know.
Yes, we get Anna's real-time reactions to Cressida's version. It's the best way of doing it.
Okay, so let us cast our mind back to what the original was. It was that clinch in the kitchen with Jessica looking shocked.
Yeah.
And now... My God. She's got a location, folks.
It's a work of art.
Tiles. I don't know if they're Spanish. But there's tiles.
There's tiles, there's props, there's little costumes, there's like references within the accessories. The lengths that Cressida goes to never fail to impress me, because this is just another knockout.
She's done it again, folks. She's done it again.
I just don't know how you keep doing it, Cressida. It's so good.
She's a genius.
I will give you Cressida's own description.
Of course.
I just couldn't do it myself. So I'm so glad we get these paragraphs to go along with it.
We could never do these images justice.
That's the thing. Yeah. So in Cressida's own words, Jessica Wakefield has burst into the Spanish-tiled kitchen at Casa del Wakefield, only to find her best friend, Lila Fowler, our flat-faced queen, lip-locking with her Lego-haired big brother, SVU hunk, in inverted commas, Stephen. She's aghast. I bet she'll never unsee that. Jess is wearing a very 80s hot pink mini dress accessorized by a very Lisette's handbag, pink lips. How appropriate. Also, how huge is her hair? Because you can see Jessica is holding a tiny little handbag that is in the shape of lips, which is obviously a reference to
God. I did not
Devon's
notice
horrifying, horrifying red lips. Just like, it's the levels of detail. You can't beat it.
Seriously, she's a genius.
Lila is seated at the kitchen table being mauled in a most sinister fashion by Stephen. As I don't have Lila's lovely fruity dress, I've supplied her with a bejeweled handbag and very glam pair of shades. And of course, on the actual American cover, Lila is wearing this incredible outfit. It's like this lovely fruit patterned dress and matching headband. But I feel like this is a very good substitute, in fairness. So she's got her little handbag, she's got her pair of shades. Otherwise, that kitchen table, in brackets, my digital food scales, needs must. Would look very drab. And honestly, it's a testament to how good these setups are that I didn't even question that wasn't a tiny table. It's a food scales, and it just works so well.
Perfect height.
Incredible. Stephen, wearing a plaid blue shirt and pair of khakis, standard SV clobber, as I don't have any legal office wear in my doll wardrobe. Truly, why would anyone?
I mean, good point.
So he's clearly feeling even hotter than his enormous cup of coffee, judging by the way he's looming down on poor Lila. Mind you, what is Lila's left hand doing?
Indeed.
By Jove. Those Spanish tiles haven't seen this much heat since Liz's pool party sarong sent one Bruce Wood into a frenzy. Scorchio!
Scorchio indeed.
Like, as ever, it's a thing of beauty. We'll throw it up on Instagram, and I cannot stress how important it is that you go look at these recreations.
Seriously.
Oh, it's so good.
They're a work of art in their own right.
I mean, you know what? Bantam in the UK should have just been commissioning Cressida.
Yep, as a child.
As a child. The doll wardrobe would have been even more extensive, probably.
Oh, well, how can we top that? We're not even going to try. No. I will say the second half of this book has some of the most preposterously, amazingly preposterous moments we have seen. It also has so much filler.
Oh my God.
Like, so much. Did you always want to have a description of Liz Wakefield trying on some ice skates at a hitherto unmentioned Sweet Valley ice rink? You're going to get it.
It's been an ice rink this whole time.
Where the fuck did that come from?
Well, like 100 and something books, and we're only just now finding out about the fucking ice rink. What the hell? There could have been hijinks at this ice rink all this time.
Exactly. It's in downtown Sweet Valley. I was like, oh, is this meant to be like 2 towns away? No, it's right there. Like, next to the Dairy Burger. I don't know.
Sure, probably.
So just brace yourself. There's also a lot of clothes, but to a point that gets tedious.
Yes, it's there's a lot of shopping trips. It's which is also quite repetitive because
it's very there's literally the same scene is basically repeated twice with no variation or interestingness. So we will skim over those bits. It's funny because you realize how much the clothes descriptions are fun when they're connected to a character. But when it's literally like, look at this, Lila, and Jessica pointing to some t-shirts, it's
if it's just things in a shop, it's just not as interesting.
No. Anyway, we'll skim those bits as best we can, but we do start out in quite dramatic style with a dream sequence.
They do love a dream sequence in these later books. Yes, in her dream sequence, Lila is sitting in front of a fire. She's mesmerized by the sight of it. She's burning her letters, and then the flames start crackling hungrily, and they sing to her.
Poor little witch girl, poor little witch girl. That's how flames sing. I've decided just now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that checks out.
It just keeps going. The fire is all around her. The room's full of smoke, but Lila can't move, and the flames keep singing again. Poor little rich girl, poor little rich girl, and dance around her. And she tries to scream, but no sound comes out. So of course she wakes up with a start, her heart pounding. She's pressed up against the wall. Has anyone ever woken up sitting up after a nightmare? Because I haven't.
No, I've been woken up with a start and kind of sat up, but that's me waking up and sitting up rather than waking up and finding that I'm
Oh, you
Sitting up
have
person.
done the full on wake up and sit, because usually I've had that sort of waking up at the start, but I'm always still like lying down when it happens.
No,
so
just
okay.
one time, but I heard the sound of glass breaking downstairs, which scared the shit out of me.
Okay.
It was a picture frame that fell on the ground.
Oh.
It was very anticlimactic in the end, but
I
for the
think
best.
An actual noise would make you jolt right up.
Like I think it was the first time it ever happened. I literally woke with a jolt. Like I woke as I was sitting up in bed, and it was just like, what the fuck was that? Yeah. Angus completely unconscious beside me. I had to literally shake him awake and be like, I just heard glass breaking.
Well, at least there wasn't a fire. Like Lila's convinced the place is aflame, but no, she's just in the pool house and she remembers everything that's happened. But she can still hear the mocking voice of the flames. And again, there's so much kind of filler here. It just goes back to like, she remembers the fire. What if the firefighters hadn't got to her in time? And she tries to reassure herself that she's safe. But it's only 6 a.m. So she tries to go back to sleep, but she can't. She's haunted by the flickering flames that mocked her in her dream.
Oh, Lila.
Well, let me go to the DA's office. Which, the revelations about the Sweet Valley, I don't even know what word to use to describe it, because it's, I guess, the justice system, but also any sort of public investigation into a major crime. What is happening in this place?
If anything, it's kind of putting Ned Wakefield's teddy bear law antics into perspective, as that, like, yeah, you can just, if you're like, I think I'm going to be an investigator. It's like, have a go.
The police aren't going to be doing anything. Because, we learned, first of all, Stephen's been given a desk. He's got his own printer. This is like 1997.
Yeah, he's got a computer, a portable printer. He's got all his pads of yellow memo paper and an inbox. Like, he is set up and ready to go.
I cannot believe that they are giving the intern his own printer in the mid-90s.
Crazy.
But apparently he spent the morning writing a report on the Fowler Crest fire. You might imagine this is like just a little work experience thing that they're letting him do. No, this is the official fire investigation.
This is the official report being done according to his analysis. I'm sorry, fucking analysis. This is a college student that has literally been thrown into a cubicle and told, right, you're in charge of this investigation. There's no oversight. There's no experts. There's just an idiot wandering around with his little notebook writing up his report. And apparently that's how things are done officially in the DA's office in Sweet Valley.
And the police haven't done a fucking thing.
No, like the fire department, would they not have kind of investigators? Like, is there not insurance people coming around looking to do their own investigations? I'm so baffled by this entire arc.
It's absolutely amazing. Because, according to his analysis, because his expert analysis is a fucking fire expert, he's deduced that the fire started in 3 rooms almost simultaneously: the den, the dining room, and the study. They're all separated from each other, which reconfirms that the fire was arson. You know, it wasn't like one fire that spread. They form a triangular pattern. Layout of this house is very weird. Anyway, they form a triangular pattern around the living room, which is where Lila was, which indicates that was the goal. They wanted the fire to, like, her to be surrounded by flames. And Stephen thinks that the arsonist's main target wasn't Fowler Crest Mansion, but Lila herself. And then we learned that he hasn't just limited himself to fire investigation.
No, it turns out he's a psychologist too. He's written a profile of Lila. It's hilarious. Lila Fowler, 16-year-old daughter of George and Grace Fowler, emotionally stable and intellectually mature, frightened and shaken up in the aftermath of the fire, but strong, proud and independent.
Very professional language there, like your psychological profile.
He's writing investigations about fires and how they started. He's doing psychological profiles. There is simply nothing he can't do.
We're told that he this isn't in his profile, he just thinks it, that Lila has an irresistible combination of strength and vulnerability.
Yeah.
And the more he spends time with her, the more he respects her and wants to protect her. And he wants to clear her name. And then Joe Garrison, the DA, sticks his head in and is like, Stephen, see me in my office. So Stephen goes in and says, I mapped out the course of the fire and wrote up reports on the events, and shows her... Mm-hmm. Or shows him, all his, like, he's got a fucking map of the house, like a floor plan.
Drew a little picture, like, he's doing a great job. He's doing the work of, I think, 4 separate experts in very separate fields.
Yep. And he just repeats what we've just been told. Mm-hmm. And then Mr. Garrison nods slowly while whistling and is like, nice work, Stephen. This is an invaluable piece of analysis. As soon as renovations begin on the mansion, all this evidence will be gone. Why aren't the police there?
Truly, who is in charge here? Like, where are the adults?
My notes in this bit just say, what is happening?
Mr. Garrison is 3 kids in a trench coat, like, pretending to chomp on cigars, because none of this makes an absolute lick of sense. Like, it is wild.
And Stephen, bear in mind, the 18-year-old first-year college student, is like, there's just one thing that bothers me, and, says the fire was started in a triangular pattern. This is the 3rd time we've been told this. Moved to the centre. It's as if the arsonist wanted to get to Lila herself, and the DA is like, maybe she wanted to detract any signs of guilt. And Stephen says he doesn't think she's guilty. Mr. Garrison cocks his head and is like, how do you explain the matches that were found in her pocket and the sulphur was traces on her fingertips, he asked, his voice challenging. She could have been smoking a cigarette. She could have been lighting a candle. Like, having traces of having lit a match. It's not proof you set your house on fire.
No, and Garrison seems really stuck on the idea that Lila's to blame here. So when Stephen explains that she was burning letters and, the arsonist's work started in other rooms of the house, Garrison's just like, that doesn't prove anything. It's like, doesn't it? He's just absolutely fixated on the fact that Lila was the arsonist. He's like, maybe it was her goal to burn down the house without harming herself in the process, and then she found herself cornered. But Stephen just isn't buying it. Now that he's written up a psychological profile of Lila, he points out her main characteristics are pride and strength. She's clearly scared and vulnerable, but she's trying to be brave at the same time. And he's just kind of pointing out that if she was guilty, she'd make a point of appearing scared and not tough, which is kind of the kind of vibe she's giving at the moment. Yeah. But Garrison's just like, no, unless she's smart. He also points out apparently that they've got some new evidence in the case. So, like, from where? Who else is investigating this and finding the new evidence? I would love to know.
The fact that when Stephen says, I've written up a psychological profile of Lila, he just takes that at face value instead of saying, you're an 18-year-old boy.
What are you talking about? Who asked you to do this?
But he reveals that they've got the new piece of evidence is a team of detectives.
Where are they? I would love to know what else they're up to.
Not having a look at the house, by the way, ever.
Oh, no.
They found an empty gas can in Lila's car, and Stephen's mouth drops open with shock.
Yeah, because he's so convinced she doesn't have anything to do with this case, but now he's starting to wonder if she's guilty after all. And Garrison's just like, she may seem innocent, but you have to look deeper. Don't let yourself be taken in by a pretty face.
So Stephen leaves and feels like a failure as well. He might. It's like, it was the detectives who'd come up with cold hard evidence. All Stephen had was his intuition. Mr. Garrison must think he was a total idiot. Mr. Garrison is allowing you to work on this entire case. So, you're as bad as each other, quite frankly. In fact, he's worse because he's a grown man.
This is the thing. But then it is funny that after Garrison says that, Stephen's wandering back to his desk and he's like, Lila did have a pretty face.
So he's like, maybe, his charm is her charm is clouding my judgment, and he thinks he'll never make it as a lawyer if he gets personally involved in his cases. So we cut to the mall where Jessica is taking Lila shopping, but she has no enthusiasm. This goes on for so long, by the way.
Yeah.
And her lack of enthusiasm is not helped by Jessica basically listing all the things that she's lost. By the way, when they're talking about shopping, they never mention underwear or like shoes. Like,
or socks, like
socks,
very
socks
basic,
and jocks.
Very basic bits and pieces. It's like, no, you need the ball gowns. Like, what are we talking? What are we doing? What is happening?
You need a bunch of 6-packs of knickers and a bunch of bras.
Yeah,
like literally no underwear And yet she is like, I need 7 pairs of jeans. So, it's very impractical shopping. They head to BB's and Lisette's. And I feel that BB's and Lisette's do not enjoy the prime retail spot that you would think they would have, because we're told they are at the far end of the corridor on the 2nd floor.
Oh. Yeah,
I
that
thought
does
they'd
seem
be
kind of
flagship stores.
like, I mean, surely Lisette's is like your anchor tenant or whatever your Dunn stores for an American mall. Like, yeah, those 2 shops are keeping this mall going. Like, it's the only place anyone goes to.
Exactly. But we're told that Lila has been wearing the same black dress every single day, which must reek by now, because it has been like at least a week. Also, considering she has no underwear as well. Oh,
Jesus. That thing is ripe.
So Jessica realizes she has to take charge. So they head to Lisette's. Now, I feel that this book was written by a man who had never gone to a women's clothing store.
Interesting.
I also think this man had never eaten oysters before. We'll come to that later on. But we're told that there are bins. This is Lisette's, which is meant to be like an exclusive shop that specializes in imported goods. There's a whole wall of jeans in different colors and bins of t-shirt in pretty pastels, like it's Filene's basement. Like, this is not a fancy shop.
No, Lisette's would never. Like, this
it's like
does
the
not
Aldi
vibe.
Central Aisle.
Yes, oh my God, we are not doing middle aisle German supermarket here, people. Lisette's does not have bins of t-shirts. I had the exact same thought. That combination of words makes no sense for this shop. It just doesn't. There's also a bit where like Lila wanders over to like the medium section. And it's like, that's not how shops work.
Oh. And also, Lila holds up, or Jessica holds up a pair of jeans, and it's like, this is your size. And Jessica says, do you want to try them on? And Lila's like, nah, let's just take them. No one has ever done that with jeans, ever, in the history of the world.
Unless you own that exact same pair of jeans.
Exactly.
You already have tried them on and know this. Then you're like, yeah, I'll get those because they're the other color or whatever. Yeah. And even then you still need to try them on.
Oh, yeah, you would, just in case.
Fucking minefield.
Yes. So Jessica thinks that Lila has lost her senses, even the fact she's interested in jeans at all, because she never wears them. So she just takes basically whatever Jessica suggests. And Lila is really shocked because, Jessica's really shocked because Lila's always been the most particular shopper she knows, and actually couldn't care less. So it's very out of character.
It is completely. And Jessica, I suppose, is quite rightly thinking, well, like, she's kind of worried now that Lila's not going to want any of this stuff when she eventually snaps out of this weird mood that she's in, because it is just stuff that Jessica's kind of like, well, what about this? And Lila's just like, yeah, fine. Like, she just has no interest in this whatsoever. And it's just like, yeah, whatever, let's just get it. So that is a fair point as well. I think that Lila's going to turn around eventually and be like, what the fuck am I going to do with 7 pairs of white jeans?
Exactly. So Jessica suggests coming back another day, but Lila's like, no, it's all right. Like, we just get whatever we've got now. And also says it's good to get away from Fowler Crest. It's crawling with construction workers.
What the fuck?
And it's only going to get worse. I spent the whole day meeting with the lawyer for the estate. They're going to start major reconstruction of the rooms tomorrow. All evidence gone.
It's a crime scene. What are you talking about? Who's this lawyer? Why can't they arrange for someone to be minding Lila? She is underage and all on her own.
And living in a pool house that possibly doesn't even have a kitchen and hopefully has a toilet. And also says they're going ahead with the renovations even though your parents are away. And Lila's like, yeah, they're going to try to restore the mansion to its original form, but they won't redecorate till my parents get back. How do you know your parents wouldn't want to, like, rebuild in a totally different style or do something to it? It's just like, yeah, we're just fixing your house at vast expense while you're away.
It is bananas. Like, literally nothing in this book makes any sense.
Nothing. And it continues because Jessica tries to cheer Lila up with more fashion, but Lila says there's nothing she likes, so they buy the jeans and tees, and Lila wants to go home, and Jessica reminds her she literally has no clothes at home. She needs to get more stuff. She needs to get some fancy things because, of course, that's a key part of every Sweet Valiant's wardrobe. And yeah, everybody reacts in a really cartoonish way, because even when Lila says it doesn't really matter that all her clothes are gone, Jessica's eyes almost popped out of her head. Like, everyone's always, doing these cartoon reaction shots.
What? Yeah, and Lila mentions something that Stephen had said, and she kind of thinks maybe I should be grateful for how much I do have. Jessica's like, what is happening here? Stephen thought that Lila should be grateful for her French fried wardrobe, and Lila agreed something's very wrong. So, like, we're just kind of dropping in that, yeah, she's obviously chatting a good bit with Stephen at this point, and she's not herself. And Jessica is right to be worried, I suppose, because she knows what Lila's like normally, and, like, this is very out of character, all this kind of, like, absolute lack of interest in clothes. Even if she was sad about it, that'd be one thing, but she just has no interest, is not making any decisions for herself. Like, it's all very weird.
It's totally apathetic. But I will say, we do not need another scene where Jessica goes to BB's, tries to tempt her with an impractical evening gown. Because all they got was jeans and t-shirts, and Lila's like, you've got nowhere to store any clothes anyway, and Jessica's like, you can store it in my house. So Lila says, again, this is why no one who has ever bought women's clothes wrote this book. Because, like, why don't you try on the dress for both of us? It's not how it works.
No.
Deranged behaviour. So Jessica's like, ooh, I don't mind trying on a fancy dress, but, this isn't, this is meant to be for Lila. And, yeah, she's worried again.
Yeah.
This happens a lot. So we cut.
Unfortunately.
To Devon Whitelaw.
I'd kind of forgotten for a bit there that he was
still
here, but unfortunately we will be cutting back and forth from Sweet Valley to whatever the fuck Devon is moping about now.
Well, Auntie Peggy is telling the kids that it's bedtime. We learned that Devon has been sleeping on a fold-out couch because this house is small.
Yeah.
It's a cozy family scene. It's actually quite nice. It's kind of family bickering, and it's very good humoured, and Devon has actually been enjoying it. He's had a nice day. Like, his uncle Mark showed him, told him about his contracting business, and he helped Ross with his biology homework and played catch with Alan, the younger boy. So he's starting to feel like one of the family, and it's also the good-humoured, normal bickering. Goes on for way too long.
Oh, totally. Yeah. The boys won't go to bed, basically, and keep sticking around with the remote control. And it's like, oh my God, get out of here. But but it's all very like, what a normal, nice family.
Yes. But finally, the kids go to bed. And Aunt Peggy says, well, now we can get down to serious business. And they want to discuss Devon's plans for the year. And this is all normal, because Aunt Peggy's like, I know you're still adjusting to your new life, but you should start thinking about going back to school. And Devon's like, yeah, but thinking the same thing. And Uncle Mark says, you can finish out your junior year here in Ross's school. And Devon is strangely moved by the gesture, because he's always been responsible for enrolling himself in school in Connecticut. Well, even when he was 11, that can't be allowed.
They've been chatting to the principal of their kids' school, and their Mark is like, we'll take a ride over to Clearwater High tomorrow and get you enrolled. And Devon's like, yeah, okay, but he also realizes that enrolling in school is a serious commitment, because it means he's staying in Ohio, and it means that he will be living with his family, his cousins here, but it also means stability. So he's like, okay, yeah, this is the right move. This is a good thing.
Yes. So yeah, he's sort of accepting this. And then Aunt Peggy says, since you're one of the family, you should really have your own room. And Devon has tears in his eyes of emotion. But then his aunt says, we thought we'd add a wing to the downstairs with the bathroom and everything. And, you won't even notice the cost, because it's like, you're coming into half of your inheritance. Devon almost choked on his soda. Now, why is he so shocked? Does he think this family he's going to sleep on the couch forever?
Yeah.
Or that this family should pay for an extension out of their own money to house him? Now, of course, spoiler alert, it turns out they are after his money, but none of this is that weird.
No, this is quite reasonable. Like, they obviously don't have the space for him, but they're willing to have him live with them. So it's like, yeah, you would need to extend to make room for this teenage boy, who's going to be living with you and finishing out school. Because, he can't stay on the fucking sofa in the living room for 2 years to finish out high school. That's just not feasible. So yeah, again, this is kind of an overreaction from Devon, where he's just like, what? My money?
I guess he expected them to just fund him forever, despite the fact he's going to have 20 million quid.
Like, he's fucking minted, and it does seem a bit weird that he's kind of begrudging them some of the costs for, like, housing him.
Yes, exactly.
Come on, Devon.
So he feels betrayed.
Yeah.
He tells him, and then he tries to tell himself that, you know, they just want him to be one of the family with his own bedroom and bathroom. And if they had the money, they'd pay for his room themselves. Wouldn't they? So we got to Stephen, as my notes say, lying in bed, pondering new developments in this nonsense.
Yeah, he can't get over this empty gas can evidence that they've found in Lila'S car. It's really tormenting him.
It is. And he tries to picture the scene. He sort of visualizes Lila smiling sweetly as she buys a can of gas and then spraying gasoline liberally across the floors of her mansion. Wow, I'm just now, as I say it out loud, thinking of Patricia in Widows Bay at the petrol station.
Oh my God. Her hair loose and a wild expression on her face.
If you are not watching Widows Bay, people,
you're
missing out.
Get on it.
Best show on telly and the best character on telly.
Oh, God.
Well, would that there were some Widows Bay shenanigans in Sweet Valley, get rid of some of these clowns.
Oh God. Yeah. So he can't get his head around it. He's just like, what would be in it for her to, like, burn down her own house, like, for attention, maybe, but, like, it could be a possibility, but he just can't reconcile the fact that Lila could have done this. It just doesn't make sense to him. He's like, you know, if she hadn't, you know, why didn't she flee the scene of the crime if she did it on purpose? Like, why would she be on her own in the living room, like, passed out from smoke inhalation? Then he wonders if maybe the whole thing was some kind of attempt on her own life. You know, he can't figure it out. He can't decide. Is she a crafty arsonist, a lonely girl crying out for attention? Is she the innocent victim of a cruel setup? So he just knows one thing for certain: Lila Fowler was an enigma.
And maybe she's using her feminine wiles. And he realises he's been thinking about her all the time and is shocked that he could be, thinking, really interested in one of his sister's friends. He bit his lip, imagining how Jessica would react if she knew what he was thinking. She'd be totally disgusted with him, and who could blame her? Who indeed? However, you went out with one of her best friends before and nearly married her.
This is not new territory.
Fuck's sake, like, poor Cara, like, she is dead.
Honestly, she might as well be, yeah.
So he vows not to think about Lila in the same way he thought about Cara.
So we know how well that's going to work. But yeah, he's going to be strictly professional. He's only going to be interested in facts. He's going to crack this case.
He is. And he's about to call, he called Lila to say that he has new evidence. By the way, this is so pointless because he's like, he could just tell her over the phone.
Yeah.
But no, she answers. She does have a cell phone in the pool house, in case you're wondering about the that's a bit of logic that they bring in.
They've worked that bit out, but fuck all else.
Exactly.
Gotta make sure the phone line bit makes sense.
Is Lila, like, pissing in the bushes behind the pool house? Maybe. We don't know what it's got, but yeah, she's got a phone. So his by the way, Stephen has, I know he's only 18, but my God, apart from the fact he's got a full-time job as a fire investigator, but like he has no self-control or chill, because like as soon as Lila answers, his pulse picks up and he draws a long breath. But then Liz sticks her head in and asks if Stephen wants to watch a film with her and Todd in the casa the next night. And he's like, oh, sure, and feels strangely guilty. And then when she leaves, Lila flirtatiously says, by the way, bear in mind that was his sister. The women in your life bothering you? Lila asked flirtatiously. And Stephen's face turns bright red.
He turns red. He starts coughing. Like, Stephen, get a fucking grip, will you?
Seriously.
Oh my God. So he tries to get his act together and he tells Lila there's been some developments in the case. And she's like, oh, did they find the arsonist? And he's like, no. But then she's like, well, did something happen? Am I in danger? And she's kind of freaking out. But Stephen's like, no, but we can't talk about it over the phone. I have to come by tomorrow night.
Why?
Just tell her over the phone. This is so stupid. But basically, she can't meet him at Fowler Crest because the place is a construction site, because they just have the fastest builders in the world in Sweet Valley.
Fast
turning up
builders everywhere.
everywhere. Yeah, that's a real theme in this one as well. It's like, well, you've also never had to get any work done on your house, clearly.
Was this book written by like an 18-year-old boy? That's all I can say.
But anyway, they're trying to figure out when they can meet to talk about this big development in the case. And Lila suggests dinner. So he's not sure if that's a good idea because he wants to keep things professional, but he doesn't really have a choice because they're either in school or they can't meet at the mansion or whatever. So basically, this is the best way to do it for reasons. So Lila's going to pick him up after work. They arrange it all and she's like, great, it's a date. And then Stephen's like, a date? Is it? No, of course not. It's a business meeting. He's doing his job. Attorneys took their clients out to dinner all the time. So he's trying to reassure himself that he's got this whole situation under control. But he doesn't because he comes off the phone. His face is red. His heart is racing. He's just an absolute mess of a man. Like, it's so stupid.
You would think she was telling him about the fact she has no underwear.
No knickers. Yeah. You'll have to speak up. I'm not wearing any knickers. Like, it's ridiculous. And he realizes anyway, eventually, that there's no denying it. He was falling for Lila Fowler, but he also can't figure out if she set the fire or not. But it turns out the mystery is only heightening his growing attraction to her. Watch out, Wakefield, Stephen told himself. You may be playing with fire.
Oh my God.
And that is the second time they've used the phrase playing with fire in this book, which is crazy considering there's already a book called Playing with Fire.
Iconic book.
Indeed.
I bet they were so sorry they used up that title already.
Oh my God, you'd be raging, wouldn't you? Like, that was absolutely made for this book.
Well, we cut to Sweet Valley High, and while Amy and Jessica bitch about Mr. Jaworski's history test. Oh, I love these blasts from the past. Lila feels totally removed from what's going on. And who could blame her when Jessica, good sweet Jesus, Jessica, tells her she's so lucky that she doesn't have to do Mr. Jaworski's test because her house burnt down. And Jessica does at least have a moment of self-awareness where Lila's like, pretty much, really, Jessica? Really?
Yeah. Yeah. So fucking lucky. But yeah, Jessica obviously is like, oh, in a certain manner of speaking. But just then Caroline Pierce turns up and is all overbearing and annoying because she learned nothing from her book back along where she was supposed to not be a big gossip anymore. But all that went out the window quite some time ago. So she's still annoying and gossipy and just trying to prize any information that she can out of Lila, who's giving her nothing, basically.
Yes, it's very filler, this scene. It goes on for too long.
And Lila's just really annoyed. And basically the whole gist of these school scenes is that everyone's talking about Lila and it's driving her mad.
Yes, total strangers, like freshman girls sort of pointing and whispering.
Yeah.
So they're heading off to class and Lila's going for French and Jessica and Amy have English together, so they go their separate ways. Somehow the school corridors turn into some sort of, like, in the middle of the day between classes.
Broad daylight.
Broad daylight are suddenly like horror movie style empty. Because Lila is sure somebody's following her. You might think it would be the many people. I remember between classes at my old school, it was just full. The corridors, every single corridor was just full of girls going from one classroom to the other.
Sure.
Not this place.
No.
It's just, she can sense a shadow.
Oh. Yeah, so like she turns around, but there's no one there. But this keeps happening all the way to her class, and she's getting kind of freaked out. She walks past, there's like a group of boys who are also talking about her. Like, the whole thing is she's really annoyed by how everyone's acting, but now she's also getting a bit freaked out because she saw like a shadow over her path, but then there was no one there, and she just has this feeling like she's being followed. And it is quite freaky, but it is also like, this is a very busy, bright school. Like, there's no way it's this weird deserted shadowy corridor, but that's how Lila's feeling, I guess.
Sure is. So she feels a bit like she's losing her mind, but she's sure that Stephen Wakefield will reassure her.
He'll make the ghosts disappear, apparently.
Oh, then we get one of the many, 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 many tedious scenes with Liz in this book. Because we cut to the casa. Liz and Todd are waiting for Stephen. You might recall last night she stuck her head in and asked him to watch a film with them. And as they're waiting for him, he's not there. This goes on, as my notes say, for fucking ages.
Oh my God, so long. And it's all that really tedious Todd and Liz banter as well. Which
Awful.
Is just,
oh my God.
Drive you insane.
It did. Drive me insane.
I also feel like when Liz asked Stephen about this movie, he was clearly distracted and on the phone. But she's obviously taken this as like an absolute in concrete, he's coming to join us for this movie. And she's like, where could he possibly be? And Todd's like, it's fine, let's just start without him. He's obviously not going to make it.
Yes. Alice comes into the room for a bit. I can only assume the reason for this is just to remind us how youthful and gorgeous she is. And she's all, bear in mind, Alice is meant to have been born the 50s at the latest, and she's all like, well dear, I'm sure he'll be along any minute now, and then says good night kids with a gentle smile, like she's about 110.
Yeah. She's not Aunt Shirley, she's so young. She would look like their sister, for God's sake.
So Todd wants to put on one of the films. They've got Vertigo and Rear Window, as he says, both sizzling romantic thrillers. I mean, they both are great. So,
this is shockingly good taste from the Wakefields.
But Liz is just ridiculously worried about Stephen, and she calls, directory inquiries to get the DA's office number, and Todd is like, you can't call him at work. Like,
what are you doing, you lunatic?
And they bicker, and it's so boring. I cannot describe how boring it is. It goes on for so long. Todd is kind of goofing around, and Liz shakes her head at her boyfriend's antics, and then Todd leaps on her and wrestles the phone, and Liz goes, Todd, like 2 syllables in a sort of sing-song thing.
Yeah.
This happens a lot in this book, and it makes me want to slap them every single time.
Yeah, it goes on for ages. Basically, she agrees to not ring him, but then when he goes into the kitchen to get ice cream, she calls the office. Turns out he's not there. Like, it's all very, it goes on for so long. But Liz is just really worried about Stephen. She says she hopes he's not sitting alone in some diner moping about Billy. And Todd is like, well, let's just leave him the fuck alone for a while. He's a grown man. But Liz is like, no, maybe some time alone will make him realise he should get back together with Billy. Like, she will not leave this go, and is convinced he just needs to get back with Billy.
Yes. Well, we cut to the fancy Shea Costa.
Yeah.
New place.
Guess so.
Stephen is very worried about how posh this place is for a business meeting. But Lila parks the lime green Triumph. It did survive the flames.
I was very glad to find that out, actually, because we didn't really get any confirmation. And they did mention her car earlier on, I suppose, but just seeing the words lime green Triumph was just like, oh, that's so satisfying. I love it.
It really was. So she insists that dinner is on her, and Stephen is like, this is kind of feeling like a date. She's taking him to dinner in one of the most romantic, intimate restaurants in town, and she looks lovely. she's borrowed a dress from Jessica, just in case you were wondering. And he wonders if she dressed up for the restaurant or for him. So they go in, and it is super fancy.
Yes.
Like, to a ridiculous degree.
It really is. I do enjoy that the restaurant is done in shades of rose with pale pink walls and a deep red carpet. I do love pink and red together, but I think in an entire room, it could be a bit overwhelming.
It's a bit Victorian brothel, I feel.
Isn't it? It's giving bordello, yeah.
Yes. We are told, which I find very hard to believe, that Stephen is completely out of his element because he's used to campus burger joints or casual diners. You are the son of a lawyer and an interior designer. You are not telling me you've never been to any fancy restaurants in your life. Come on.
And in fairness, Sweet Valley seems to have an outrageous amount of French restaurants.
Yeah, where's
for one town? So, like, he's definitely been to one of these places before.
Where's the one that had like the doves in a golden cage?
Come on, even their pizza place has a fountain in it.
So one of my favourite moments of the entire book, the waiter leads them to a table, and there's pink candles set out in small glass jars, but it turns out you are expected to light your own candles in this place, because Lila reaches for the matches in the ashtray. God, ashtrays on tables in restaurants, that is a blast from the past.
Wow.
I remember smoking between courses.
Oh,
and I wasn't even a
God.
heavy smoker. When you think about that now, it is so disgusting.
The thoughts of it. And like, yeah, like looking for a seat in the non-smoking section. It's like, well, kind of makes no difference really, because we're all in the one room.
None at all. And seriously, like even as somebody who would, smoke maybe 5 at the height of my smoking in my 20s was like 5 cigarettes a day. I would smoke at a restaurant. And when I think about that now, I am just appalled.
It's so gross, isn't it, when you think back?
Hideous. Hideous. But Lila reaches for the matches. She lights the candles and looks mesmerised as she set the wick on fire.
Yeah, also, it's so unlikely that a fancy restaurant is having you light your own candles.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
no restaurant ever lets you light your own candles.
Here's a match, knock yourself out.
Off you go. But yeah, so she looks mesmerised. The candles are casting a rosy tint on her pale skin. Her eyes are dancing in the light. Stephen is wondering if he's imagining things, or is she taking an extreme pleasure in lighting the candles?
And Lila says, I love the glow of candlelight. She gazes at the tiny flames with a dreamy smile. Stephen bit his lip, wondering if this was significant.
Oh my God. What are these books?
Imagine how he'd react to the whole hygge trend.
Wow. Yeah.
Like a nation of arsonists. Those scandies.
He'd be running for his life.
Indeed. So Lila's like, let's discuss business first and then we can relax, because that's what my father always says. Business first, pleasure later. Stephen blushes again.
Oh God, Stephen, seriously, get a fucking grip. Like, what's wrong with it? Again, I know he's only 18, but he's meant to be more mature than like the kids that these books are about. But he's just, he's trying to remember to be businesslike. He clears his throat and he starts talking about the new piece of evidence, the empty gas can that was found. And Lila's like, yeah, I guess that's not surprising. I mean, someone poured gasoline all over the house. But then he reveals that it was found in her car. But Lila is very unconcerned by this. She's like, oh, then it's probably just the fact that the chauffeur must have left a can of spare gas in my Triumph. He drives my car too. So she's completely unbothered by this big revelation. So he kind of wonders how she can seem so nonchalant. Can she really be that good of an actress? So he's like, well, I'll have to talk to the driver, obviously. And she's like, yes, sir, Mr. DA, sir. And she's being all flirty with him. So, of course, he falls apart again.
He blushes and grabs his water glass and takes a gulp trying to cool down. We're told Delilah Fowler had an incredible power over him.
Dude. Really? Once again, 16.
Yeah.
It's so gross. I know it's only 2 years between them, but it's just this whole thing of a 16-year-old being like so mesmerizing and having such a power over this guy is just like, no, let's not.
So many red flags.
Yeah.
But she says she's really worried and she needs, she wants him to do whatever it takes to catch the arsonist, and tells her all about the weird, vibe in school. Now she felt somebody was following her, and he's like, don't worry, Lila, I am with you. I won't let anyone happen to you. And tears sparkle like diamonds in her eyes and her face glows in the candlelight, and he longs to take her in his arms, to wipe away her pain and fear, to kiss away her tears. The fact that he is kind of turned on by her crying, or looking like she's about to cry, is so gross.
It's so grim. But again, we know that Jessica's fragile friend, that's what he goes for. That's why he got into Cara, because she was sad about her parents splitting up. And now with Lila, it's like, oh, she's also sad and vulnerable. It's so hot. Like, Stephen, no, bad.
It is so gross. And then the waiter turns up and he asks Lila if she knows what she wants. She suggests a dozen oysters. And we'll come back to that. Mm-hmm. And then Lila, with a perfect French accent, asks for the plat du jour. Her accent's probably better than mine, I hope. And it's roast duck with asparagus in a mustard vinaigrette sauce. So that sounds perfect to Lila and Stephen, and he's dazzled by how at home she is in this elegant setting. And then she starts talking about digging for oysters in the south of France on a holiday. Yeah. They say to the tiny fishing village, sailing all morning in the Mediterranean, fishing in the afternoon. When was this, by the way? She says her parents, and as we know, Grace has only been back in her life for about 6 months.
Yeah,
Anyway.
It was like 40 books ago, but it was only 6 months.
If that. So yeah, they were hanging around in this tiny fishing village, and then they went to Monaco and were swept away in a series of balls and with royalty.
Mm-hmm.
We are expected to believe that Lila, as she says, liked the French fishermen better. They really live life and they have great stories to tell. This is the most out of character thing that Lila could possibly say.
No, this is absolute bullshit. Yeah, because she way preferred hanging out with the fishermen than she did going to the fancy balls with the princes and princesses. But she's like, no, the royalty can get really tiresome. And like, well, yes, obviously from our point of view, but apparently Lila way preferred fucking hanging around with fishermen. Like, it's not Lila Fowler. Like, there's absolutely no way on earth that that's her takeaway from this holiday.
Never. Yes, exactly. By the way, if you want to read a book with several references to French fishermen, I recommend Love Scene by Anna Carey, which is available now.
Hooray!
But never not plugging it. And then this is when we learn that the ghostwriter of this book has never eaten an oyster in their life. This is insane. Maybe I have just been going to the wrong places, but I have eaten oysters in some quite fancy locales.
Okay.
And they're basically given the platter of oysters. What usually happens is you take the oyster yourself and you shuck it.
Yeah.
Not here. This guy is dishing out spoonfuls of oysters in their filling their plates.
Oh God.
Waiter is.
Yuck.
I guess in their shells. And then Lila picks up a plastic bib and tucks it into her dress.
Yeah.
And says, this is the most important part. Oysters may be a luxury, but they sure are messy. They aren't messy. What are you talking about?
Yeah, the whole point is that they're kind of self-contained in the shell, and you're just...
You sprinkle on some whatever,
and tip it out. Yeah.
And you just hook it back. I'm quite partial to an old oyster.
I would not be a fan, but I've seen people eat oysters.
Yes. You don't have to like winkle them out of a shell with a fork. But yeah, Stephen has never done this before, which is fine. I don't think I'd eaten an oyster when I was 18, but yeah, he can't get it out of the fork. He's really impressed that she's happy to wear a bib. Sorry, the idea of this really fancy restaurant giving you a plastic bib is absolutely insane.
Not happening.
And then he can't get the oyster out of the shelf or of the shell, and then she's like taking a delicate bite.
Dude, no, you just throw it back, don't you? Like,
yes, no, you don't chew it. You literally just swallow it. It's like instead of eating the sea. Like it is weird. I know. It's the first time I did it, I was like, I will only have to do this once in my life, and then I can say I've done it. And then I kind of liked it.
Okay, fair.
I never ordered them intentionally, but if somebody else has them, I'll have one.
Yeah.
And if you're in somewhere that specializes in it, I'll have one. Or maybe two. Like, I do kind of like them. But yeah, you don't like wedge them out of a shell and then like jump.
Yeah, they're kind of back in one and gone. Like, and as you say, you just slide them out, like they come out of the shell. Someone else does that bit, don't they? To kind of loosen it up and off you go.
In my experience, they're just sitting, especially in a fancy restaurant. Also, they're not like dished out onto your plate with a spoon.
No, that's wild.
In your bib. Unless there's something different in American oysters. I don't know.
Well, this is true. And could
be like the badger.
We've been very wrong about lots of things before. So who knows? We should probably move on from the oysters.
Yes. It goes on for a very long time in this book.
That's true.
So they talk about college. We learn that Stephen wants to go into public interest laws, he calls it, like I guess sort of working for, work for the community or the underprivileged or something.
Just as vague as Ned. So
Lila gazes at him in awe, and Stephen feels his whole body get hot.
Jesus Christ! What's up with him? Has he got a virus or something? Because he doesn't sound well, I must say.
And then, while he's thinking this, the waiter just turns up and goes, "Here's your duck." Like, their plates, the oysters are all still, like, the plates are still there. What kind of restaurant is this? They're just like taking one plate off with one hand, just giving you your main course with the other.
Yeah, this place is an absolute shambles.
And Stephen remembers his last gourmet meal with Billy.
Oh no, yeah, What was it? They
He
had.
thinks their last fancy meal was in an Italian restaurant for her birthday.
Oh, and it was a real special occasion. Yeah, like it wasn't just like something you just go and do. It was a big deal. Yeah.
So we're told 2 hours later they'd finished their meal. So they had the first course and the starter and the first course arrive in like the space of about 5 seconds. 2 hours for everything else.
Yep. Now, he is having a nice time, I suppose. The food's amazing. Lila'S company is enchanting and the evening has flown by. But he also isn't really managing to keep things to business and keep things strictly professional. And he knows that.
Yes. So as they pass the front desk, Lila grabs a box of matches from the bowl on the stand and Stephen's eyes widen and he looks at her for an explanation. Like, I think I have matchbooks from places I went to in the 90s.
Oh, sure.
That does not mean I am an arsonist.
Doesn't it?
Oh, well, I don't know. Maybe.
I've got my eye on you, Carrie. I'm an investigator too now. I can be one as well.
I mean, seriously, you're more qualified, probably.
I'm going to draw a diagram and do my own research.
Do a psychological profile of me. Wow, that'd be... Please don't.
Because neither of us really wants that.
No. Well, Stephen casually asks her what the matches are for.
Yeah, and Lila'S like, oh, it's just a souvenir. I always take matches from restaurants. Stephen absorbed the information with alarm. Like, that is the most normal thing that's happened in this book so far. She thinks of her expression as she lit the candle. She looked almost hypnotized and thinks, is she a pyromaniac? The only explanation.
She's a fire starter, twisted fire starter. That was around this time too.
Oh.
Yeah. So he wonders, is she playing with him? Is this some kind of cat and mouse game?
Oh, God.
But when she looks at him sort of fondly, his pulse picks up again. Seriously, he needs to get some beta blockers or something.
Something's up with Stephen. I'm worried about him.
Because the note of danger made his heart beat faster. Well, we cut to Devon and we learn... I know.
I guess we must.
Forced to, against our will. We learn that there's no planning permission in Ohio.
Straight into work. Things are moving so fast. And I was like, yeah, no kidding. Like, literally, it's 2 days after they had this conversation and work has started on the house. And like, I know his uncle works in construction, but like, still, this is an absolutely wild time frame for any of this to be happening.
Yeah, I guess they make houses out of wood over there.
True. Yeah, everything's just made of fucking cardboard and glue. Yeah.
But still, it feels wild.
American houses are just trash. Like, they're made of nothing.
How are they just made of wood? Well, see, the wood would just like dampen into nothingness over here. You couldn't have a wood frame for a house.
God, no.
They're constructing a frame out of long wooden planks, and he thinks everything's happening so fast because he went over with Uncle Mark to the Clearwater High School. It's an ugly modern building with long corridors and rows of steel grey lockers. Yeah, like most schools.
So a school.
My school. Yeah.
The place had no atmosphere. Like, shut up, Devon.
Oh, I hate him so much.
He's so annoying.
Like, even though the principal greeted him warmly, we're told he's going to start school on Monday. His new bedroom will be ready in a week.
Who are these builders? And can I please get a number? Because I swear to God, none of this is feasible. Even with timber frame cardboard houses.
Seriously, like a friend of mine's getting an extension at the moment and it's been going on for about like 9 months at this stage.
Yeah, like however long you think it's going to be, stick another 6 months on top of that easily. And even then, like...
Not round here. It's a week. Ready to move in.
Oh my God, crazy.
So he thinks that his new life is going to begin on Monday. He's going to be part of a normal family in a normal town, but he doesn't feel enthusiastic about it anymore. I feel like it's in too deep.
Oh no.
And then the kids, Ross and Alan, Ross is the teenager, Alan's the younger kid, turn up and say they need her help or need his help because Ross says, everyone's been talking about you in school today. They all want to know who the new cool guy is. Devon groans under his breath.
He was hoping And to be anonymous at his new school, just a regular guy from a regular family. He was sick of being a celebrity with rich parents and a genius IQ. Oh, he's the most appalling character. And we have seen some real doozies in this series. I'm like, how are you making me miss Jessica's secret sex offender, Devon? Because what the fuck is wrong with you?
I hate him so much.
He's so annoying.
My note here just says, oh, fuck off. Like, just what I want to say to him every time I was going to say opens his mouth. He doesn't even say that much. It's more thinking things.
It's all yeah, he doesn't really actually say much at all. But like, even when the kids are like clearly kind of excited that their cool cousin is starting at school, and he's just like, what did you tell them? And Ross is like, oh, I said you were my new big brother. And that's it, Devon asked, narrowing his eyes suspiciously. And the kid's like, yeah, and looks kind of confused. And it's like, yeah, fair enough. This guy's a total fucking weirdo. He can't have a normal conversation with anybody.
Really can't. So he's like, what can I do for you? And the kids go, we want to be more like you. And Devon is like, how are you going to do that? And Ross says he's got a plan to turn into Mr. Cool and Popular. He just needs a new set of wheels and a new wardrobe. He's like hot and a slick black motorbike. The girls won't be able to resist me. And Devon's like, oh no, he needs my money. And then Ross is like, I need some dating advice from you as well. Like, Ross genuinely does clearly look up to Devon inexplicably.
Yeah, these kids, they're like 14 and 12 or something. And Devon's like, oh, they just want my money. He's such a dickhead. But yeah, apparently, yeah, Ross wants a motorbike and Devon's like, yeah, okay, sure, I'll be happy to help you out. And at this point I was like, are you insane, Devon? Like, you want to buy a 14-year-old a motorbike? Surely you should check with his mom first and like say to his parents, like, is it cool if I buy your 14-year-old a motorbike? You don't just go, yeah, sure.
I genuinely don't know if the person writing this has met another human being of any kind in their life. Like, it's genuinely like there's no attempt at any psychological realism whatsoever, even by Sweet Valley standards.
Yeah, we need Stephen Wakefield's psychological profile.
Oh shit, yeah,
on everyone.
So yeah, Alan wants something too, because he's like, if you get all new stuff, so should I, which in fairness is a very realistic little kid kind of response.
No, that's
and
true.
He has a new girlfriend, apparently, who loves mountain biking. He's 11, by the way. But yeah, he needs a new mountain bike with off-road tires. And Devon's like, you got it. So they run off and they're grateful. Like, they thank him and everything. Yeah. But Devon tells himself that, a few material items, if that makes them happy, it's not a big deal. They never had much money. He can't blame them for wanting new things. And he could afford to be generous. He had $10 million to his name. Yeah. No fucking shit. He does.
But also, maybe don't just be like, yeah, sure, I'll buy you a motorbike, 14-year-old cousin, without checking with your parents. Like, that's just such a dumb thing to do.
Oh my God. Well, not the only dumb thing he does. But then, a construction worker who, bear in mind, is being employed by Auntie Peggy and Uncle Mark, basically comes up and tells Devon that they're stealing from him.
Yeah, because he's like, I heard it's all your money that's paying for this. Pretty generous of you. And Devon's all uncomfortable. He doesn't like people knowing about his wealth. It's like, yes, we know, Devon.
But also, this is none of this guy's business. This is insane that he is saying any of this.
None whatsoever. But yeah, this guy's like, looks like this family of yours is milking you for all your worth. And Devon's kind of like, what do you mean? We're family, families share. But yeah, the worker guy is just like, well, where I come from, it's called stealing. And then he just like turns and walks away. And it's such an odd exchange. Like, who is this construction worker guy with a southern twang, apparently? Absolute mystery.
Seriously, he just comes up to like insult his employers. And also, bear in mind, all he knows at this stage is that they are making an extension to house the nephew that they have taken in.
Yeah, which all seems very reasonable. But yeah, apparently they're stealing. And Devon is like, oh no, is he sharing or are they stealing? Like, do they really consider me one of the family or are they just using me for my money?
Oh God, I really wish that, spoiler alert, they obviously are using him for his money, but his reaction to like his assumption that is happening is initially not really based on anything weird. It's sort of like, what, they don't want me to have to sleep in a couch bed. They're obviously
their living room back.
Well, we cut to Jessica's pit of a room. We learned that she and Lila went shopping again. Reminded how what an absolute state the place is in. But it's even more full of shite than usual because she managed to talk Lila into buying more clothes today. But of course, they're all in Jessica's room because she can't keep them in the pool house. And she's going to have to start using Elizabeth's room as well. And because they're going to go accessory shopping at the weekend. But Jessica realizes Lila is not driving any of this. It's all coming from Jessica. Even the clothes are in Jessica's style. This is all so weird.
It's really strange. Yeah. And she also realizes that Lila's being really distant. Like she's not. Oh yeah, she mentions as well that, or we learned that when Lila wanted to borrow Jessica's evening dress, Jessica doesn't know why. Like she wouldn't tell her what it was for. She just smiled enigmatically and waltzed out of the house. But she's just wondering what's going on with Lila, basically, because usually she would talk to Jessica if she's depressed or upset about something. But she's just really kind of distant and removed. She doesn't want to talk about the fire. Doesn't want to talk about her feelings. Seems to be a million miles away. And clearly shopping isn't snapping her back to her old self at all, which would normally be the kind of thing that would cheer her up. But it's just she just can't figure out how to make Lila feel better or just get her to talk to her, really.
Exactly. So yeah, she's unreachable. And then she wishes she could replace, what was actually lost in the fire. And she thinks of everything that Lila lost, like including her, all her memorabilia and her photos and her jewelry, and then thinks, her photos. And then she has what is genuinely a genuinely lovely idea.
I mean, I didn't know Jessica had it in her because this is incredibly sweet. Yeah, she realizes that the perfect thing for Lila to cheer her up is a photo album because Jessica has loads of pictures from like over the years of her and Lila. She has pictures of Lila's family as well because, and them and all their friends. Like she has boxes of photographs basically. So she's going to make a lovely homemade photo album for Lila that'll, like, it's not going to replace her stuff, but it's just, it's loads of memories and lovely times they all had together. And yeah, so she finds a big bunch of photos. She's going to put this together and it's such a sweet idea. I really was impressed by Jessica with this.
Same. So yeah, she thinks she'll make Lila smile again.
Yeah.
This is genuinely lovely.
It's lovely. Yeah, really nice.
Oh my God. From the sublime to the absolutely fucking stupid. We cut to Skyrink, which we mentioned earlier, but which has never been mentioned in the last 130 books or whatever.
No, like, and I'm pretty sure we would have remembered an ice rink being mentioned. Maybe there's a roller rink as well or something, but like we've definitely never had an ice rink mentioned in Sweet Valley. But yeah, Skyrink, an indoor ice skating rink in downtown Sweet Valley. Liz and Todd are lacing up their skates. Apparently Stephen had said he'd join them at the rink after work. And Liz is like, I'm sure he'll show up this time. So we're doomed to another load of Liz and Todd banter, basically, while they wait for Stephen. It's
so bad. It goes on for ages. It's just like Liz is sure that he's being secretive because of Billy. And Todd feels neglected and mock pouts. And it's just so, it goes on for so long. Like I'm literally just swipe, trying to get through this shit. Then suddenly Todd scoops Liz up in his arms and skates across the ice. I mean, okay, Ilya Roman up. Like, what? How are you able to do this?
Oh yeah, they're all really good at ice skating as well, because I guess this rink has been there the whole time.
Sorry, I just realised I called Ilya from Geesh Rivalry Romanov as if he is part of the Russian royal family. It's
Rozanov.
I don't know. Maybe season 2 is going to reveal that he's a secret royal.
I haven't read the books, anything's possible.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, Todd is able to carry Liz across the ice and do a rapid fire circle, spinning her around wildly. And again, there's more of this sort of sing-song, Todd, 2 syllables.
So annoying.
It just makes me hate them even more.
I know. And like Todd had been doing such a good job lately of like being, making smart decisions, like breaking up with Liz when she was going to France. But yeah, he's really undoing all that good work by just being very annoying with this. I guess it is impressive that he can pick up his girlfriend and skate across the rink with her and spin in circles and nobody died.
Yeah, I mean...
because that sounds really dangerous to me.
A hitherto unmentioned skill is Todd's ice skating prowess.
Sure, yeah, why not?
Anyway, they kiss. Who cares? I hate them all.
Yeah.
Well, we get another ridiculous scene. I mean, there are so many. It's Stephen. He's in the den. He's printed out a whole load of, I guess, web pages or stuff he's found somehow that he's printed out and taken home about George Fowler and his business associates. And he's worried Lila is in danger. So he has also printed out a long computer readout profiling arsonists in Southern California. There are 3 possible suspects. Maybe any of them will come up in the next few books, but they are, I doubt it. And we're given like their names, their backstories, like where they did their crimes and where they are now. They're all in jail or rehab, so none of them could have done it, which is why I suspect this is kind of bullshit. I'll mention their names just in case they do. There's Joe Harvey, raised a prominent estate of the richest family in Davis, California. Mario Moretti tried to set City Hall on fire. And Dean James, a criminal who just set up a series of small infernos in southern LA. So yeah, he's pondering all of this. And he looks at the list then of George's associates, which is way loftier than I suspected.
Oh, like, yeah, it's kind of crazy. He's apparently, on the list of his associates, there's the Prince and Princess of Monaco, the President of Lloyd's Insurance of London, the Chancellor of the German government.
I checked. That was Helmut Kohl when this was just like reunification of Germany complete. Let me just hang out with George Fowler, my business associate.
My computer chip friend. So he was like, wow, no wonder Lila's used to mixing with the elite. Her father does business with royalty and heads of state. But like, he then thinks about Lila and how, down to earth she was when she was talking about digging for oysters in the south of France and how excited she was, talking about all that. But he's trying to make himself focus on work, but he just can't. It's no use. He can't stop thinking about her.
And he has a hilarious vision of 2, alternative Lilas, wide-eyed with terror as the flames swirl around her, and then setting the fire gleefully with excitement in her eyes.
Oh my God, like, just wild. But yeah, he kind of realizes that, the cold facts are telling him that he can't believe her as much as he wants to, because he'd called Lila's driver, who knew nothing about the can of gas found in her car, and said that he never carried spare gas. And at the moment, Stephen had to admit everything is pointing to Lila. The sulphur on her fingertips, the matches in the restaurant, the empty gas can in her car. But his gut and his heart tell him that Lila's innocent, and she appears to be genuinely frightened by this whole thing. She's totally sincere, but whichever possibility he saw, he just can't get her out of his mind, and that's really what's bothering him at the moment.
It's just I don't know what, I'm actually speechless because it's so stupid, and it's saying something, after all these books, that this criminal investigation is what's finally going to break me.
Yeah, actually, we've had Frank Cobra, we've had Leona Pearson pulling a gun on Liz, we've had dresses being flung under the wheels of a truck. We've had so much mad shit, but this investigation could well be the straw that breaks the camel's back.
I think it is. It's like it's a bridge too far.
Like vampire guys that turn into ravens. Yeah, that's fine. Stephen being an investigator is too far.
It's cross the line, fellas. Yeah. Well, we got to Devon. He can't stop thinking of that weird construction worker's words, because it turns out Peggy wants a new car. As well as a new wing, because the little Toyota just won't do. She needs a hatchback, a station wagon with a hatchback. That's not that fancy. My family had a station wagon with a hatchback in the 90s. And let me tell you, that hatchback was used to, the station wagon part was used to put one of my sisters in while we went on the ferry to France, because there were 4 of us, 4 kids. 3 in the back seat, 1 in the boot, no seatbelts from the front seat backwards. Front seat and seatbelts.
Those were the days, being in the boot of a car.
Yeah. Who's among us has not riveted in style in the boot of a station?
Rattled around the boot of a car on the way to the beach with your cousins.
Exactly. Well, yeah, apparently it's very greedy of Peggy to want that. But then she also wants another wing. What sort of land is this house
I was
on?
going to say, they clearly have a good bit of space around this house. I thought it was like random suburban house, like with other houses around it. But no, apparently they've got tracts of land that they can build all these wings on, because now she wants another section of the house, another extension for a studio and a study. So he'll have a place to work when he's in college, and he'll be able to use that study, and that for the moment they can use it as an office. But yeah, so Devon is kind of scowling now, and he's starting to feel like this is all kind of one thing is leading to another, and he feels that now the Wilsons have dipped their hands in the honey pot and they can't stop asking for more. Every day they want something new, and Devon doesn't know what to do about it.
I mean, it's like he's not wrong, which is annoying.
It's so annoying that he's right to be suspicious of them.
No, it's just like the whole fact that that their completely innocuous behavior at the beginning is like turns out to be evil is really annoying. I
hate that they are nefarious in the end, but also they pretty much told us all that because like the uncle has a beer belly and Peggy has like dyed red hair, and you just can't trust those kinds of people.
True.
So even from the descriptions of them at the very start, it was like, oh, they're gonna screw him over, aren't they?
Yeah.
God forbid someone looks like a normal human in these books. I mean, it's up to no good.
No. It was like, I'm sorry, if you don't want to, if you think you should be funding your billionaire or millionaire nephew out of your own pocket and not using any of his money to give him a bed, then you are a villain.
Yeah, it's very annoying.
Basically it. Oh, so yeah, he goes to bed and he gets ready for bed. He scrubs his face with soap.
Soap? Oh my God, his skin is an absolute rag order. What is he doing?
No wonder his pop lips are so inflamed. He's like scrubbing his face with like a bar of carbolic soap.
Desperate.
But then he goes downstairs and he overhears them.
Oh no.
Talking about more money because the door is open a crack. We're told that if they add in the price of the office, the total comes to nearly $1 million. How?
Wow. I guess because they're fast tracking all this work into a matter of days. Like, yeah.
How is that happening? Like, again, with the, anybody who's done work on a house, even like people I know who have done serious work on a house, now it does not come to $1 million.
$1 million. But yeah, so he can hear them talking about this, and he hears the aunt say, well, that's nearly 1/10 of his entire inheritance. And the Uncle Mark is like, yeah, but we don't have it yet. I met with the bank today. They agreed to 3 separate loans. And now he's kind of worried about taking out so much debt. But then Peggy's like, oh, that's nothing. We'll have his inheritance in our hands before the first interest payment is even due. We'll be able to pay off all the loans at once. And he can hear them kind of like the voices get lower and they're kind of mumbling stuff. But then you can hear Uncle Mark saying something about how, we should probably leave something for the boy. And Peggy's like, oh, he won't even miss $1 million. What does he need it for? Ohio State University is practically free, and he'll come into the rest of the money when he's 21. That's only a couple of years away. Maybe we can get that house on the lake we've always talked about. And they laugh together. So they're clearly villains and up to no good, and so annoying that Devon was right all along.
I know. I hated this so much. Genuinely annoyed me. Well, his heart hardens and he decides he'll make sure they get what they deserve. We cut to Lila at the pool house. She's still kind of spooked. She felt somebody following her around school all day today too. So she goes to Fowler Crest itself. It's already been completely cleaned out. They've got new doors, new floors.
What?
Already?
Who are these workers?
So she sees a shadow and is like, am I going mad? And flees the house and then wonders, like, should I be here on my own? Obviously not.
No, dude. Like, I don't know why anyone's letting her stay here on her own. It's just crazy. Like, even Ned and Alice Wakefield aren't like coming over there and being like, Lila, you were getting into this car and coming back with us and staying with us. Like, you are not staying on your own in this big, creepy, burnt out mansion. Like, what the fuck?
You're a child.
Honestly.
Well, her pride stops her from asking for help or going anywhere else, which is ridiculous. But she thinks that Stephen will save her. And then he turns up at the pool house, but he looks serious. He's all business and says, there's a new piece of evidence.
Oh, no. So he pulled something out of his pocket. He's like, unfortunately, this evidence points to you again. And Lila realizes he's holding a pair of monogrammed Italian gloves that her father gave her for her birthday. Her initials are engraved on the cuffs. So they're brown leather gloves. And when she looks at them, she realizes they seem to be soaked in gas. And she's like, but these are mine. I don't understand. And Stephen's like, yes, I'm the one who found them. They were lying in front of the bushes outside the house. So he just picked up this evidence and brought it into life.
Yep.
What a good investigator.
He's just amazing.
So good at this job. So yeah, apparently these gloves were just like lying in front of the bushes outside the house. Lila can't believe this. She realizes somebody was in the house earlier and they're trying to frame her. This is clearly like some kind of a setup. Stephen has now walked into this trap and she's just like, Stephen, please say you don't think I started this fire. So she's insisting she had nothing to do with it, but Stephen is unconvinced.
Yes, she does say, she doesn't point out how was this not found before, because I guess there was no evidence, or sorry, no investigation apart from Stephen wandering around the place. But she does make the good point, why would I leave evidence where I knew you'd find it?
Yeah.
He's like, maybe you could tell me that. So she feels like Stephen is like a total stranger and she's all alone in the world in danger. And she says, look, someone's out to get me. You can see that, can't you? And then the tender look returns to his eyes. He's like, yes, I can. And he wraps his arms around her.
Yeah, she will. She says she's scared. And I mean, that's catnip to Stephen Wakefield.
Oh, good point.
So he's like, it's going to be okay. So her fears fade away in his strong arms because he does care about her after all. She figures he couldn't hold her like this if he thought she was guilty. But as we know, Stephen's torn about this whole thing for many reasons and is doing such a bad job of everything.
We just keep getting told, could she be innocent? Could she be guilty? Like that dilemma is repeated so many times in this book. It's actually almost confusing because you're like, have we learned anything new here? No.
Yeah, there was a certain point that I was like, wait, did she start the fire? Why do they keep saying this? And we know she didn't. Like, she woke up and the house was in flames.
Well, we cut to the next day. Stephen's worried because he can't deny the evidence. I mean, if anybody professional had actually investigated the crime scene, maybe there'd be a better case one way or the other. But anyway, he talks to a young attorney called James Harrison, who says that he's heard that Stephen is doing a great job. Okay. Yet again, Stephen ponders Lila's innocence, and then he gets his work post because despite being an intern, he's like getting mail.
Yeah, he's got an inbox.
And that was mentioned actually earlier on. But he sees someone has printed out a web page. And what is this web page, Karen?
Well, it details the profile of an arsonist. So there's no note with it. He doesn't know who sent it or who's left it in his inbox. He reads through the profile with growing alarm because it points out that an arsonist, in a series of bullet points, is crying out for help and attention, needs affection, nurturing and security, needs excitement, feels tension or emotional arousal before the act, and is fascinated by fire paraphernalia. No.
So basically he goes through every point and realizes that Lila matches every single one. She's looking for attention. She's, looking for support. She clearly needs excitement. And she was, in a distraught state before, burning Beau's letters before the fire. And of course, she's fascinated by fire paraphernalia because she picked up a matchbook in a restaurant.
She's guilty.
Lock her up and throw away the key.
Throw her in the dungeon.
Oh, where's the countess when you need her?
She'd have this all straightened out in no length.
So he doesn't know who left this page. We get a very long time. I spent a very long time with him just basically asking everyone in the office.
Everyone in the office. Nobody knows where it came from. So he's just like, oh, wow, what a mystery.
Exactly. He wishes he'd never seen it.
Yeah.
When we cut to Devon. Oh, I know. He can overhear the family having an all-out war, fighting over the pieces of their new pie. And Aunt Peggy says a Porsche is ridiculous because they're going to get a new car. We're going to get the best. She won't settle for anything else than a Cadillac. Now, you don't get Cadillacs over here. Are they fancier than a Porsche? I mean, maybe.
Yeah, it kind of seems like Well, they'd definitely be bigger, I suppose. But yeah, Peggy seems to feel like, yeah, they're the best of the best. So I don't know.
That's what she wants. And Ross has already got a cool motorbike. Like, they bought all this stuff very quickly. And again, is it legal for 14-year-olds to drive a motorbike?
It just feels unlikely. Yeah.
Isn't it? So Devon laughs bitterly and realizes he should have put his foot down long before now, because like Aunt Peggy is talking about her new sitting room, which is, apparently what she's really planning instead of this study on the other side of the house.
Yeah.
His bedroom. So, I mean, he's going to still have to have a bedroom, I'm guessing. But anyway, he thinks he should have stopped their greedy fantasies at the start. And when he comes in, they all like look at him with guilty expressions on their faces.
Yeah, and Peggy's like, "Oh, hi, Devon," with a big fake smile. Like, none of them are covering very well. And they weren't being very careful either about this big, loud argument they were having when he was still in the house. No. I don't know how they think they're getting away with all this. But yeah, Devon kind of is standing there uncomfortably. He knows he has a plan that he's going to enact right now, and he knows what the outcome is going to be, but he also can't help hoping that maybe he still has family here and that, they don't really care about the money is kind of his vain hope, basically. But he tells them that he spoke to the family lawyer, and it turns out his parents' estate is bankrupt. So everyone falls silent, and there's like this real tension in the air, and Peggy and Mark absolutely explode. They're like, "What? Bankrupt? There's no money?" And everyone's staring at him. He's like, "I'm really sorry." But Peggy like jumps up and is like, "What do you mean bankrupt? What are you talking about?" Like, they're absolutely furious that he's revealing this.
They are. They basically say they're ruined. Yeah, themselves because of all their loans. And,
oh no.
And Peggy is like, "How dare you? We've taken out 3 loans. The work's already started on the house. Apparently it's going to be finished in like 2 days." Yeah. So yeah, sweet Aunt Peggy's having a complete personality transformation.
Oh no, yeah, she's absolutely raging. In the space of a minute, she's gone from kind and gentle to almost maniacal. Her eyes are bulging in rage. There's angry blue veins popping out the side of her neck. And when he's kind of looking at this like, what the fuck? So she is screaming at Devon, basically. She's like, "You got us into this, you can get us out of it." And then Alan is like, "Does this mean I don't get my motorbike?" So apparently he hasn't got his motorbike yet.
Yeah.
But that's something, I guess. But then they're talking about the bike or the mountain bike has been dented, so they has got that. I don't know, it's a bit confusing.
I mean, no sub-editor, proofreader was involved in this book, so I shouldn't be surprised by these inconsistencies.
So basically, they realise they're not getting anything. All their plans are up in smoke, and Devon says quietly, "I guess you'll be wanting me to move on now."
Well, sooner the better.
For many reasons, Devon, yes.
Unfortunately, we will still be stuck with them. Well, we cut to the casa where Liz is shocked by the state of Jessica's room because it's literally piled high like a warehouse with all the stuff she's bought for Lila. They spent ages going through all the clothes that Jessica has bought for Lila. Why would Liz give a shit about any of this? It goes on for literally pages.
Ages, yeah. They're just talking about all the things that Lila's bought. Like, it's all to Jessica's taste as well. But yeah, she's just kind of going through everything. She's going to do a fashion show for Liz, and I feel like Liz would be like rolling her eyes and like, "Oh, no thanks, you're grand." But apparently Liz is like, "Yeah, totally, let's do a fashion show." She's all on for this plan. But yeah, like Jessica does admit that she's the one who's actually kind of picking everything out because this whole plan to cheer up Lila has not been working.
Yes.
And Liz admits that she hasn't done much to cheer up Stephen either. Because he keeps standing up me and Todd, but we keep having some nice dates, so maybe it's not so bad. But like, yeah, Jessica quite rightly points out that maybe Stephen doesn't want to be there to hang out with this happy couple, the pair of you. Like, yeah, fair. But so Jessica then tells Liz about her lovely plan for Lila, that she's going to make a photo album for her because it'll have real meaning, and it'll help kind of replace some of the bits and pieces she's lost, and it's something more sentimental and not just like things and materialistic stuff.
Yes. We also learned that she has bound the album together herself, which feels beyond Jessica's craft skills, but who knows? Her bushcraft skills were
do you know what? Maybe it must extend to bookbinding too, because this sounds like a really impressive, like, handmade album.
Delicate pieces of gold paper bound with thick black tape, closing with a silver clasp.
Who knew? She was so talented.
So, Liz is very impressed. And And then, because she is unhinged, says, why don't I do the same thing with Stephen? I could make a romantic memory book of Stephen and Billy. Jessica's like, what the actual fuck are you talking about?
It's like, I really enjoyed Jessica's reaction to this because I was reading it like, Liz, you're unhinged. Like, what are you talking about? And Jessica's like, are you insane? That would be cruel. And Liz is like, yeah, I guess it would be.
And then she says, what if we invite Billy here for the weekend?
Oh my God, just leave Billy alone. She's fine.
And Jessica's like, she's not going to come. And then she's like, why couldn't we trick them into meeting up with each other? And Jessica is like, leave it alone.
Yeah.
So she'd prefer to set Stephen up on a blind date. And Liz puts the kibosh on that one. Mm-hmm. But then Jessica's like, I'll put on a fashion show. And as you say, it's ridiculous that Liz goes along with this. Even more ridiculous, she says, yes, let's get chips and salsa and make a night of it. Yeah, just what you want when you're trying on clothes or like drippy, stainy food.
Clothes that belong to somebody else.
Yeah. Let me just eat this big, like, giant tortilla chip covered in salsa. Lunacy.
Yeah.
Well, we cut to the Spanish Todd's kitchen, where Lila has called in without telling Jessica she was coming. All of this is so stupid. Yeah. And Stephen is basically, you have to come clean. And she's like, I have nothing to confess. It goes back and forth for ages.
Yeah, that's basically the vibe where he's like, you clearly are holding back. There's, something you're not telling me. But yeah, she's like, nope, I don't have anything to confess. Like, if you want to find the right person, find out who's planting the evidence. She does say for an intern at the DA's office, you're not very astute, which is very funny.
I mean, no shit.
Yeah, absolutely fair.
So he's like, but I know you're lonely and you want attention like an arsonist. And she's like, yes, I am lonely. And yeah, maybe I do want attention, but that's it. That doesn't make me a firebug. So yeah, she makes her case and says that he should go after the culprit instead of the victim. And he recoils as her biting tone hit him like a ton of bricks. So is it biting or is it like a ton of bricks? I mean, really, Ghosty, come on. So she's all sincere and angry and she's about to leave, but he begs her to go or begs her to stay.
Yeah.
And she looks beautiful and tormented, just the way she likes him.
He just can't get enough. So yeah, despite her defiant gaze, he can see the pain in her eyes and he feels like his heart is breaking. So he says that he trusts her. And then Lila's like, look me in the eyes and say you believe me. So he like stares deep in her eyes. He's irresistibly drawn to her. So she wraps her arms around his neck. She's got, again, sparkling eyes with the unshed tears, which, Stephen's done for basically. So he kisses her.
Yeah, of course he does. Of course he does.
She's about to start crying. He loves that.
With a low groan. He captured her lips with his. First of all, captured her lips with his is gross.
Hate it.
Secondly, if you're fucking groaning when you're just like going in for the first kiss.
Incredibly unappealing.
So unsexy.
Get off her.
Sorry, that sounded a bit like a raw body form. Which, for those of us of a certain age, was a sanitary towel ad in the 90s. Burnt into all our brains, unfortunately.
Oh, God.
Speaking of things that are burnt into all our brains, Pop Lips is the star of the next scene. We learned that the family basically threw him out.
Yeah, poor Devon. He's so upset. He's back on his bike. He's wondering how everything went so wrong. But he realizes this was all their own doing. They got exactly what they deserved. But now he's scarred as well because he's disappointed. He has even less hope than before, even less faith in people. And it had been his mistake. He confused normal and average with loving and kind. So he's vowing not to make the same mistake again. And his next stop is the home of his Uncle Pete in Las Vegas.
Oh, my God.
I can't wait to see the Sweet Valley take on Las Vegas.
Oh, Viva Las Vegas, indeed.
God. So apparently Uncle Pete is the black sheep of the family. Maybe not so perfect, would turn out to be better than more than perfect, he thought. Very confusing series of words there. But yeah, he's just wondering if there's anyone out there who's kind and genuine and caring. So he's despairing and searching the North Star to guide him on his way.
Oh.
So dramatic.
Oh, I hate him. How are they making it so I'm not sympathetic towards a teenager whose parents are dead?
the thing. He's an orphaned teenager who's being taken advantage of by his relatives, and we're just like, oh, this fucking guy.
We really do hate him.
Which, like, on paper seems wildly unfair, but he's just such a dose.
Oh, he really, really is. Like, seriously, I know we're biased because we hated his antics in the TV series as well. But, like, I think even if we weren't, readers or listeners, if you are unfamiliar with how dreadfully Devon behaved on screen, is he just as bad? Like, are we being unfair to him? I feel we're not.
I don't think so. I do feel like he's just really annoying. He's like, I'm so sick of people talking about my genius IQ and my millions. Like, fuck off.
And my chiseled features.
Oh God. Yeah, no, he's really annoying. I don't think it's just us.
It isn't. So yeah, he just sets off into the night.
Yeah.
So the twins head down from Jessica's pit of a room to get snacks. And Liz is like, do you think we should ask Stephen if he wants to join us? And Jessica groans, Liz! Another of these sing-song things, which just really started irritating me after a while, as you can tell. So Liz goes to get something out of the sitting room while Jess heads to the kitchen to pick up the snacks. They're going to enjoy the free gaff because Ned and Alice are off again at the old dinner theatre.
You're out of here.
Yeah, she can't wait to combine. There's nothing she'd rather do than munch on some chips and hot salsa and put on a fashion show. These things do not go together.
No, they really don't.
Well, speaking of things that don't go together, she turns into the kitchen and stops in her tracks.
Well, what could she possibly be seeing? But Stephen and Lila wrapped in a heated embrace in the middle of the kitchen. They're kissing so passionately, they don't even notice her coming in, and Jessica recoils in disgust. This definitely wasn't what she meant when she said Stephen should date other girls. She'd been talking about college freshmen, not high school girls, and not Lila.
And then thinks her brother and her best friend, it was too gross to contemplate. Again.
I know, it's weird that there's no reference to Kara Walker, considering we are following the exact same story beats here.
It's actually wild that there's literally nothing like...
Yeah, or for her to even be like, I could understand when it was Kara, but not Lila, because, her and Lila are particularly close, I suppose, but, like, there's no mention of Kara Walker whatsoever, which is crazy.
No, absolutely nothing. She's never existed.
Nope.
So, yeah, then Liz comes in. By the way, like, does Jessica make no noise whatsoever that now two people have come into the kitchen and Stephen and Lila are still going at it?
Scoring away by the kitchen counter. Yeah, because Liz walks in, but it's like, what's wrong? But Jessica couldn't speak. She just waves a hand towards the kitchen. So Liz then pops her head in and she's also shocked by the scene that she's greeted with and is like, Stephen and Lila? But yeah, somehow they still can't hear any of this that's happening either right outside the door or like in the doorway. It's not totally clear.
But the door's open. So
yeah,
it's like, I don't understand how they don't hear and stop.
They're really
getting
going
off
at
with each other. So Jessica knows the look of disgust in her twin's eyes mirrored her own. And that is the end of Lila's New Flame, Part 2.
Wow.
Can you read us out? Do you have the amazing ending?
Oh, no, I don't. Yeah, these bloody UK editions, they really screwed us out of loads of things.
Oh, well, actually, some of the ebooks did not have the things at the end. But I'm very glad that this one does because this is amazing. Are you ready?
Probably not.
No, I don't think you are. I don't think anyone's ready for this.
Okay, hit me.
Will Stephen find a way to clear Lila's name and save their burning passion?
No.
Or will his new flame be locked away for good? With his own sisters scheming to break up his romance, Stephen could be headed for a major meltdown.
Oh,
Melt? Heat? Flames? See what they did there?
Sure.
Don't miss a moment of the red hot action in Sweet Valley High, number 136, Too Hot to Handle, the second book in this explosive 3-part miniseries.
Oh my God.
Wow.
They're having so much fun with the fire buttons.
They are, and you know what? I can't blame them, so good for them.
Absolutely fair.
Well, do you have stats and outfits? I know you have outfits. Too many for once.
Too many. So many outfits to the point that it actually got boring, which is weird.
Yeah, it really did.
Okay, let's start with some stats.
Yes, please.
So the Wakefield blondness got 5 mentions.
Okay, that's healthy. Average.
Quite healthy. The
Yeah.
blue-green eyes got 4.
Oh, okay. This is
Also
classic.
pretty strong, yeah. Devon's blue eyes got 2 mentions.
Ugh, don't care.
Thankfully, his red lips only got 1 mention because
One too many.
honestly, 1 is more than enough. And as you say, too many. Stephen's brown eyes got 2 mentions.
Okay. Wow, that's quite a lot for Stephen.
For Stephen, yeah, I thought so. People scowl 6 times.
I mean, I scowled way more than 6 times, so I can't blame them.
It was a very scowly book. Lila cries 15 times.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and I'm including the eyes sparkling with unshed tears with that, because I mean, the tears are there, they just haven't fallen out of her head yet. But she does a lot of crying, the poor girl.
Well, can't blame her, so fair enough.
People roll their eyes 6 times.
I mean, again, rolled my own many more times than that, so fair enough.
And then this will show you how often people are shocked. People's eyes widen 11 times.
Wow. Well, I guess mine did too.
Yeah. And then on the opposite side, their eyes narrow because they're really suspicious 12 times.
Oh my God.
It's just the eyes are working overtime.
They sure are.
Wide, narrow, wide, narrow.
Quite squinty.
Very squinty book. Yeah, a lot going on there.
Well, as for outfits.
Outfits, yes. Well, we had the bins of t-shirts were in pretty pastels, apparently. So yeah, this is in Lisette's. There's chic pantsuits hung on circular racks. But just that whole vibe just sounds so off for Lisette's. Jessica picks up some elegant scoop neck t-shirts that are in a variety of colours. They're silk t-shirts, of course. She pulls out a pale orange one and studies that at one point. She picks up a wine-coloured silk shirt for Lila as well. It's got to be silk, or what's the point?
I mean, naturally.
She also picks up a chic black linen pantsuit with a fitted waist and flared legs. That's perfect for Lila, apparently, but she has no interest in it. Then she points out, Jessica points out a floor-length evening gown that's shimmering emerald green with delicate spaghetti straps and a fitted bodice. Of course, it was totally impractical, which made it ideal for Lila. So this is the dress. This is the dress that Lila gets Jessica to try on instead of trying it on herself. If you don't want the dress, just say so, Lila.
Yes, exactly.
Alice Wakefield, when she pops up completely pointlessly, just so we can point out how young she looks, when Liz and Todd are bickering over their video, she's wearing jeans and a yellow cable knit sweater with a light blue scarf tied around her head.
Oh, wow. I do like that outfit.
It's good, isn't it?
I feel it feels very 70s to me in a good way.
Ooh, yeah. No, it absolutely does.
That's the vibe I was getting from it.
Yeah, it's cute. It sounds like a really nice little look for her. And yes, with her youthful outfit, she looked like she could have been the twins' older sister.
Yay! Haven't had one of them for a while.
It's been a while. So the dress that Lila borrowed from Jessica when she goes on her date with Stephen, that's meant to be a business meeting or client meeting or fucking investigator, whatever. It's an elegant midnight blue evening dress. Her hair is swept up on her head in a graceful twist. She's not wearing any jewellery, which just adds to the classic simplicity of the look.
Ooh la la.
Very fancy. We're also getting, again, this is just kind of stuff that's lying around in Jessica's room. There's a gorgeous black wool pantsuit.
What every 16-year-old wears.
Who is wearing this? And also some beautiful long wraparound skirts. And I feel like we're getting a lot of these long skirts, which to me always just feel Olivia Davidson rather than...
Yes, I thought the same at that. I noticed that reference to the wraparound skirts. It did not feel right to me.
No, it doesn't feel right for Lila. She's Posh Spice. That's how she dresses, basically.
Exactly.
If we're in the 90s at least. And then, so Jessica kind of pulls an outfit together from these random bags scattered all over her floor. So she puts on a short, hip-hugging, tangerine-coloured skirt and a pale blue silk t-shirt. So Liz thinks it looks great on her. She loves how the skirt falls. And then they kind of realise all these clothes definitely suit Jessica more than Lila's taste. But there you go. There's also apparently a sleek and chic black raincoat that kind of flares at the waist. So apparently it's an amazing raincoat. But again, where are you going in your raincoat? For a holiday in London, whereas we know it just rains and is foggy all the time.
Oh, that's true. Well, maybe she's planning on visiting Cara to compare notes.
She should.
Really should.
But yeah, so that's kind of it for outfits. I think anything
That's
else was
a
just
lot.
like, we did have like white jeans mentioned earlier on
Oh,
as
yeah.
well. But yeah, a lot of it is just like picking up a thing in a shop, and it's like it's not as good unless it's part of someone's actual outfit.
It isn't, yeah, because there's no context to like
the
it just
thing.
doesn't. It's not the same.
Yeah, but I do enjoy the commitment to silk, even when they're just having a look around.
Same.
The shop.
Even after a fire, not
Even
a
after then.
single pair of pants, but a lot of silk.
So much silk.
Well, listeners, what did you think of the second part of Lila'S New Flame? Are any of you fire investigators? Could you know, maybe we're being unfair. I'm always aware that we've been unfair before. We may be unfair again.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there's some way of eating oysters with a bib. That's all the rage in the fanciest French restaurants. Do let us know what you thought of this episode. You know where to find us. We are on social media at SVH Podcast.
Yes, you can send us an email at svhpodcast@gmail.com. And I do just want to read this one out before I forget and we get distracted with all the amazing Instagram comments.
Oh, yes.
Because Liz Zitron? Sorry, Liz, sent us an email. The subject was Lila'S New Flame, sigh. But she does say, thank you for keeping the pod going. Your dedication is admirable. So Liz started reading the books when she was 10 and lost interest by the time she turned 11. In listening to the pod, I realised how few of the books I've read. Listening to the latest episode, I understand why. These books are clearly meant for 10-year-olds. Who else would buy these plot lines? A 10-year-old would not even question 18-year-old Stephen being asked to lead an investigation for a huge case. My 10-year-old self would never have thought twice about the absolute madness around the twins' employment as au pairs to a royal family. Like, yeah, that's a very fair point.
This is so true.
11-year-old me was just hearing The Cure coming from my older brother's bedroom. The gang clearly would have made a leper out of him.
Shout out to all of us who got their first music, you know, from their older siblings. It was, you know, the classic hand-me-down tape collection.
So funny. But yes, but then Liz finishes out saying, luckily 51-year-old me is back for the fun, fashion descriptions and the realisation that Liz is the absolute worst.
I mean, not wrong. Though Devon is now taking her throne.
He really is coming for that crown, for sure. So Liz just says, thanks for your service to the world with this. Liz in Tacoma, Washington, near Seattle for reference. And thank you for the context, Liz.
I mean, we know our geography is shoddy at best.
It's very true.
Yeah, so we always love hearing from you, seriously, and we really appreciate it, and we love what you have to say on the old Insta, where we're always most active, and so are you.
Indeed.
I did love this from. Sorry, my comments have disappeared. Yes, Beer Books Belly Dance said, the pose that Jessica has here is making me imagine a southern accent to good gracious or something. You know, normal teenage stuff.
I did like the extrovert just chimed in at the end there saying, Herman, my pills.
That is a very Herman, my pills pose.
Such a Herman, my pills pose. I can't believe we didn't cop that. But yeah, absolutely fantastic point.
Bob and the Button said, you know, Devon Dillon is a wrong-on as he's wearing brown leather, pronounced leather, in Essex. It's giving Dennis Waterman and Minder vibes. Americans, look him up. What was the Minder theme tune? It was sung by Dennis Waterman, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Was it I could be so good for you. Cressida Burton spoke for all of us when she said, is it wrong that I really like Lila'S fruity dress? We loved it too.
Loved it. Such a great outfit. No, in fairness, TV Lila had some absolutely fantastic little co-words going on before co-words were even a thing.
True. Cressida also said, my dolls will have more kiss chemistry than these two. And they did.
They did. You came good on that promise.
So we got some amazing background info via Ghosts of Sweet Valley.
Oh my God, yes. Yeah, as Ghosts of Sweet Valley says, that their comment begins with rubs hands together. Time for me to shine. Detective emoji. Because Ghosts of Sweet Valley is well worth a follow as well, by the way, guys, because they are doing some sterling work in digging up Sweet Valley gossip about the books. So they point out this book has Jean Holt's footprint all over it. I would say the Sweet Valley Bible was a passion project of his. Holt worked on the SV Bible as an intern, lead editor, and again as a freelance writer. So he was still acting as senior editor of the Sweet Valley series when this storyline was being developed. Given the especially fabulous continuity in this book, I would place all my bets on Holt being responsible for the many accurate throwbacks. Also, he apologetically has taken responsibility for helping create Devon Whitelaw.
And then he replied, and because Ghost of Sweet Valley tagged him and just said, guilty. Well, we forgive you.
That's fair. Yeah, he also says also responsible for all the fire puns in the Inferno series. And to be fair, we do enjoy a good pun.
We love all of them. Ghost of Sweet Valley also, and I think this is more accurate. I said, did I say it was Ben?
That he was like from Superstore.
Yes, yeah. Jonah from Superstore. But Ghost of Sweet Valley said, wait, excuse me, but is that Max Medina from Gilmore Girls?
That's very good.
I am 1,000% convinced the cover model is Scott Cohen. So there you go. Is it him? Anyone else use their eagle eyes to spot that resemblance? Pippi Ann Shirley made a good point about the TV and book series sort of blending together here.
Yes, I'm thinking the lack of parents is seeping in from the TV show now. No adults allowed. Not that any of these parents have ever been really good examples or made sound decisions. But that's such a good point because like the total absence of parents and like responsible adults, like clearly you can't trust that DA as far as you can throw him. But like just there being no competent adults at all in this storyline when there's like a huge fire has burned a man into the ground is crazy. But it does feel very TV series, yeah.
It does. Plucky Insolence replied, said, exactly. We wonder why the hospital released Lila to Jessica, a minor, but this is Sweet Valley. In the TV show, the police released Dylan Whiteclaw. It'll always be Dylan Whiteclaw to me. So yes, the police released Dylan Whiteclaw to Elizabeth, a minor, and completely unrelated to him. Clearly the official policy is, can a Wakefield twin vouch for you? Great, you're free to go.
Basically, that's it.
Yeah. Oh, Lil Stargazer started the tag yourself. Said, tag yourself. I'm the Amish, and even we have a phone for emergencies. Not Sex Island.
I guess not. Pippi Ann Shirley says, I'm a stressed out grad student, relieved that my neighbours have broken up and are moving out. I'd begun dreading meeting either of them in the laundry room where the girl, Betty, was always going on about her boyfriend, insisting she'd dye her hair golden blonde and get blue contacts. And the guy, Sean, was never shutting up about his dead girlfriend from high school? I don't know. I do know that this means no more of his annoying siblings illegally subletting their place and trashing it. It's bad enough to be dealing with the road reconstruction, my idiotic advisor trying to tell me that AI use is feminism, and realising that my thesis linking Jane Eyre to Flowers in the Attic may have been a mistake.
I don't know about the last one.
This is, the picture that has been painted here, I'm like, may I have the fan fiction?
We're always here for fan fiction. Love this from Madame Fromage, likes other stuff. I'm the doctor at Fowler Memorial Hospital who's so weirdly starstruck at having an actual Fowler as a patient that I completely ignore the fact that she's a minor and has nowhere to go. Her 16-year-old friend, not an adult or a relative, is here to pick her up. Discharge papers signed. I'm sure she'll be fine. No follow-up needed.
Yeah, very, very much the vibe. It's crazy. Marnie Knox said, I'm the Fowler and Wakefield parents. Does no one understand that we are swingers and go on holiday together to have a good time?
That would actually explain a lot.
It would, wouldn't it? They also added, I think the Fowlers are on North Sentinel Island trying to make contact with the Sentinelese to educate them on capitalism or something.
No. You can introduce them to Helmut Kohl, apparently.
The opportunities are simply endless.
Bob and the Button said, I'm Fowler Manor. Now, that's a crossover with the TV show because it's Fowler Manor on telly, but it's Fowler Crest here. On the brink of collapse, but having to struggle to stay standing while hordes of kids traipse in and out and they're not a care in the world about their safety.
Oh, God.
That sounds like quite a lot of people with childcare responsibilities as well, on the brink of collapse and having to stay standing.
Jesus.
Rainbow Dash made a very good comparison here, or not
yes.
a tag here.
Indeed. Says, I'm Billy. I didn't dump Stephen because of his internship. I just found out about his tendency to go after his sister's traumatized friends and massively got the ick.
Run, Billy, run!
Seriously, get out while the going's good.
Giddy Ant has said, I'm James from Twin Peaks. I'm insufferably boring, have a god-awful personality, I'm inexplicably attractive to girls and have a motorcycle. Did Devon Whitelaw do a tatty mule on me?
Very good boy. Oh, there's so many good. Tag yourselves. Okay, let's see. Miss Pesty said, I'm Devon's parents. We faked our death to get away from our insufferable son and have been living on the only island in the world without phones. This nouveau riche couple just showed up, and when we asked if they had kids, they gave each other a guilty side-eye for a second before bragging about their tacky wannabe dynasty mansion.
Oh, I wish we could read them all, but we have to read out this from Mossy Wonders. I am a road trip undertaken from east to west by a tragic teen with a colour in their name. Black Whitelaw. Who might or might not have had something to do with the recent death of their guardians.
Interesting.
Which Dylan definitely, it suggested he does in the TV show.
Yes, true.
Concurrent with a rapidly unfolding disaster in Sweet Valley. Whether the teen has a deadly distaste for sandwiches and children or a bubbling fury towards, well, literally everything, I'm propelling them relentlessly towards their future in an idyllic town they never imagined and, one can only assume based on my past endeavours, some sort of spectacular culmination.
Holy shit.
Hope so. Seriously. Oh, I love this from A. Marie 1127. I'm Child Protective Services in Sweet Valley. Just kidding. I don't exist.
That really sums it up in fairness.
Oh, so you have to read this from Lucky Incidents. I'm Alice Wakefield, and I'm not away at a conference. I set the fire at Fowler Crest.
Damn it, Alice.
To burn down that god-awful Baroque West Wing. After everything I did for Grace Fowler. After I took her to a luxury island spa where an old rival tried to steal my face. After I showed her my plans for floor to ceiling Spanish tiles. I can't speak, laugh too much. Can you take over?
So yeah, after I showed her my plans for floor-to-ceiling Spanish tiles throughout the ballroom, she hired someone else to redecorate her home. Well, look who's laughing now. The West Wing is a pile of ashes, but you know what survives fire? Tiles, beautiful Spanish tiles.
Oh my God, I think I'm actually going to have an asthma attack.
Oh no. Death by Sweet Valley. Oh, my life with Helga did say, I'm goth Enid. I did it. I'm absolutely loving his list of suspects, by the way.
Seriously, go and read them all. They are just all so good. It's just an absolute delight. Every week or every fortnight, and it's just we just are so entertained by all of you. This is like a very much a mutual entertainment situation, this podcast. Honestly. And our listeners.
Yeah. Oh yes, these comments are just always guaranteed to be a good time, and thank you so much everybody for commenting. And also I feel like I've been very bad for like replying to people if people have been sending us messages or emails lately.
No, same.
I'm busy with work at the moment, but we do read everything and we do really appreciate you, and I'm sorry if we haven't gotten back to you.
We do. I mean, my brain has sort of been broken by my book coming out and then trying to write another book in the middle of that. But again, I really, really appreciate everybody who has bought Love Scene. It's been so gorgeous seeing photos of your copies all over the world, both sides of the Atlantic, both sides of the Irish Sea. I do not take it for granted, and I am very grateful, and I'm delighted that some of you have read it and enjoyed it. And if you do, why not give me 5 stars in the rating review of your choice? I wish it didn't make a difference, but apparently it does. So why not round up? Even if you're thinking, do you know what, it's only really worth a 4. Why not do a good deed? Think of the karma that would continue. Like think of it being an act of charity, rather like Devon paying for the
the wing,
the
Wilson's house,
the cardboard wing,
thrown together in 3 days.
Jesus Christ! How is that costing $1 million? I'm sorry.
Baffling.
Refuse to believe it. But yeah, I really appreciate it. And I really appreciate hearing from all of you about the podcast. We both do. And if you would like to hear even more of us, you can, of course, get us in your ears pretty much every week by signing up to Headstuff Plus.
Yes, if you head on over to headstuffpodcast.com, you can sign up to support the show and it'll get you access to all our lovely bonus content, which is, of course, like 4 seasons of us talking about the TV show, which we had a brilliant time doing. We're now knee deep in the Caitlin books. We've done the first trilogy. We've just finished the first book of the second trilogy. There's so much going on in them. Like, we're only doing 4 chapters at a time per episode, and they're pretty jam-packed with mad shit. I mean, there's been a lot going on there. We just finished that first book, didn't we, of the second trilogy? So there was... we
finished it last week. So we're...
Yes, so there was a trip to a national park. There was...
Oh my God. Animal murder.
Bit of animal murder, kind of a disaster, that bit. There was a horse race, there was shenanigans, there's a rootin' tootin' Jessica Wakefield. This girl called Eve is basically Jessica if she grew up on a ranch and was a rodeo queen. It's incredible. So join us. She's
got a rodeo queen belt. It just hit me, by the way, that the last time we had any animal murder in the Pascal verse was Bruce killing that snake.
Oh my God.
So to get them out of Sweet Valley into some sort of wild nature, they're just murdering beasts.
Wow.
Right, left and centre.
That's it. You just don't let them out into any kind of national park areas or in nature at all. It's just best for everyone to keep them contained as much as possible. These kids cannot be trusted.
I mean, they certainly can't. They'll end up in a dungeon. They'll cause an international incident.
Honestly.
They'll be involved in a werewolf murder spree.
It's not worth the paperwork that everybody else is going to have to do in the real world. So just, keep them to where they're meant to be. But do join us in the clubhouse if you can. We're chatting about Caitlin. It's a very crazy time. It's pure telenovela nonsense, and there's revenge plot unfolding with some kid in Rockridge. We don't know where it's going, but we're having a lovely time. Do join us if you can. If you can't, that's okay too. Just tell your friends if you think they might be into Sweet Valley to give our podcast a go, or leave us a nice review. All those things really help as well, and we appreciate you very much.
We really do. And we will not see everybody in the clubhouse next week because I am going to be in London because my husband, Patrick Brain, has a new novel out. Going to be plugging his book as well now. It's just absolutely insufferable.
Plugs all the way down.
It's called Experts in a Dying Field. It is out today, the day this episode is released. And yes, it is very, it's fantastic. And I'm not just saying that because it's dedicated to me. I am...
Shenanigans.
I'm a totally unbiased observer, but I will be over in London. London listeners, Patrick and my friend Sinead Gleeson are doing an event for Bloomsday in Daunt Books in Marylebone. Never quite sure if I'm pronouncing Marylebone properly.
Marylebone.
Yes. Well, that's happening there on Tuesday, the 16th of June. And if you book, you can buy a copy of the book. You can get some wine on the Daunt Books website. So always shilling those books, getting them out there. Because of that, I will not be recording a episode of PBA next week. I won't be in the clubhouse, but we will be back in the clubhouse in 2 weeks' time. It's going to be a whole new book. It's very exciting.
It is, yeah. We don't know what's going to happen. So that also does mean now that our next regular episode will be a little later than usual, won't it? So that'll be
It'll be 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
But if you want to fill that time, sign up to Headstuff Plus and listen to the Caitlin saga, get in that rootin' tootin' train. We're starting our college years, which I am very excited about with this book. Me
too. Yeah. I really don't know how this is going to go.
I mean, seriously, all bets are off. We could not have predicted anything that's happened in these bonkers books. So, So yes, podcast or Pi Beta Alpha. Pi Beta Alpha. I really have lost my mind in publication month.
We better wrap this up.
Seriously. Pi Beta Alpha siblings, we will see you in the clubhouse for Promises Broken in 2 weeks. I cannot wait to find out whose promises have been broken. Hopefully Caitlin's to Jed.
With any luck, yeah.
But everybody else, we will see you right here in the main feed in 3 weeks' time when Lila and Stephen become too hot to handle.
Oh, God.
May God have mercy on our souls. See you then, everybody.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.
This show is part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network.